Hi, students. Welcome back and thanks for tuning in to the Sweet Sounds of Reading TV. I'm Tutor Vanessa, and my job is to make sure that you are able to break down the sounds inside of any words so that you can read anything. Great. Now, with that being said, today's a different kind of class where we're going to learn a different type of letter sound code. And this code is so different because it's quiet. Alrighty then. So this particular code that we're going to learn today is called the silent E. And whenever the E is the very last letter of a word, the letter E doesn't make a sound. Okay? All right. Now this is the sound out code for the silent E. It's almost like you're saying shh. Alrighty then. So if there are any parents or reader teachers in the room, when you are helping your student with a difficult word and the E is silent, instead of giving them the answer, I want you to just do the movement, and it's this. And that way, the student, you'll say, oh yeah, I know what's going on here. That letter E is silent, okay? Alrighty then. So let's do some practicing. We're going to practice sounding out and reading a word that has the silent E at the end. All right. So before I give you the answer, using the sound out clues that I provided for you in this particular word, can you sound out this word? And again, for my levels 2 and 3 students, you probably already know this word. But don't check out mentally. Just stay with me because I want you to see the code. Because what we're doing now, we're learning how to code or decode words. But for my level 1 students, my brand new readers, look at the clues I provided. Now remember, we learned this a long time ago. We learned about twin sounds. And a twin sound, in this particular word, it's 2 identical sounds. The same letter, but they make one sound. They're twins. They make one sound. And I've also provided for you the silent E at the end. So can you sound out this word before I give you the answer? Now, did you say apple? Apple. Good job. Can you think of a sentence that has the word apple in it? You know, an apple is a piece of fruit. Okay, now I'll think of one with you. How about this? There's a saying that if you want to be healthy, an apple a day will keep the doctor away. So that means if you eat an apple every single day, you'll be healthy. All right? Apple. Good job. Let's do another one. Dun, da, da, da. Alrighty then. So using the sound out clues that I provided for you, can you sound out this word? And there's only one clue in this word, and it's the silent E. So at the end of the word, remember the letter E is always silent. Okay. Levels 2 and 3, if you know the word already, stay with us. Okay. Just look at the code. I want you to kind of talk it out, talk it out, chat it out. Say, oh yeah, so on this particular word, the E is silent, etc., etc., etc. All right. But anyway, so what's this word? Levels 1. Everybody, what's the word? Now, did you say candle? Candle. There was a nursery rhyme that went something like this. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack jumped over a candlestick. Candle. Good job, good job, good job. Let's try another one. All right. Again, using the sound out the sound out clues that I provided for you, can you sound out this word? And again, it features a twin sound. But in this particular word, instead of 2 identical letters making one single solitary sound, in this word is 2 different letters, but they make the same sound. So the letter C makes the K sound, and the letter K makes the K sound. So they're considered twin sounds. 2 sounds, 2 identical sounds, or two identical sounds, right? Making one sound. 2 different letters making one sound. So because you wouldn't pronounce this word whatever it is, right? So what's the word? Tickle. Did you say tickle? Do you like it when somebody tickles you? Tickle. Or have you ever had a toy called Tickle Me Elmo? When you tickle this little red furry thing, he would giggle, right? Tickle. Good job, good job, good job. All right. All right, so this is a part of your homework where you're going to practice sounding out these words, and they all feature the silent E at the end, okay? Now, the first one I did for you, because I want you to do a little visualizing also. I want you to sound out the word, and I want you to hear the sound types. Like in the word apple, you see and you hear a sliding A. You see and you hear the twins. You see and you hear the sliding and then you see the silent E. Apple. Apple. Good job. So again, this is a part of your homework where you're going to sound out the words, and you're going to listen for the sound types. Now, you don't have to draw pictures or write them like I did here, but if you want to, you can. But just listen closely, or maybe you can talk it out. Talk it out. Say the next word. It's dimple. Dimple. Listen to dimple. Dimple. Like you have a dimple in your cheek, right? Dimple. And so you can say, oh, in the word dimple, I hear a bounce sound, a slide sound, a slide sound, a bounce sound, a slide sound, and a silent E. All right. So that's a part of your homework. All righty then. This is more homework where you're going to see the sounds in your mind's eye. It's kind of similar to what you just did up above. You're going to look at the word, and then you're going to sound it out, but you're going to close your eyes. Close your eyes. Everybody close your eyes. The word is jiggle. Keep your eyes closed. Jiggle, like you wiggle and you jiggle, right? Now listen for how many sounds you hear in jiggle. Keep your eyes closed. Let's see. So you hear the j, I, g, open your eyes. There's 4 sounds. You hear 4 sounds in jiggle, even though there's how many letters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 letters in jiggle, but you only hear 4 sounds. And one of those sounds, the letter E, is always what? Silent. So for my levels 2 and 3 students, what you're going to do is you're going to write the word, and you're going to write the sound types that you hear. You know, like slide, slide, twin, slide, silent E. But for my level 1 students, all you're going to do is look at the word, sound it out, close your eyes, count how many sounds you hear, open your eyes, and write that number on the line. Okay? So, again, that's part of your homework. Moving right along, more homework, where we're going to do eye tracking. And this is the exercise where you're going to track. In this case, you're going to track, you're going to sound out and track the words in the reading direction from the left to the right. And all these words feature what kind of sound? A silent E, that's right. All right, so let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, go. Apple. 12. Middle. Dimple. Wiggle. Handle. Tickle. Pickle. Buckle. Good job. All right, so we're going to take away the lines, and we're going to do it one more time. Now, for some of my students, if you're having a little challenge sounding out the words, when you do your homework, when you get your homework packet, just slow it down and take your time and sound out the words, okay? Nothing's clowning around, so all you got to do is know your stuff. Trust and believe in yourself and sound out these words, okay? So let's do it again without the lines. Let's see if we can track using our eyes only. So your eyes should be tracking like so, all right? When you get your homework, you're going to hold the page up to your nose level. You're not going to touch your nose, but up to your nose level so that your eyes are tracking the sounds like so, all right? But let's do it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Apple. 12. Middle. Dimple. Wiggle. Handle. Tickle. Pickle. Buckle. I kind of whispered on that pickle, didn't I? So anyway, again, if that was a little bit too fast for you, when you get your homework, slow it down and sound these words out and do this exercise as fast or as slow as you need to. All right? All right. Good job. Now this is homework. This is eye tracking 2. This is for my levels 2 and 3 students. The words are a little more challenging. Now for some of my level 1s, if you're feeling up to it, you can do it as well. Again, so this is eye tracking where you're sounding out the words featuring the silent E letters at the end, and you're sounding them out. You're tracking using your eyes only, and you're moving from left to right when you get to the end of the line. All right, ready? Go. 12. Rinse. Pulse. Sense. Tumble. Pedal. Riddle. Apple. Paddle. Fumble. Grumble. Buckle. Pickle. Tickle. Babble. Trample. Settle. All right, so we're not going to do the second part where we take away the lines and do it one more time, but I want you to do that in your homework packet. All right, again, this is from this particular part is for my levels 2 and 3 students, but I don't want to discourage my level 1 students. If you feel like you can do this, go for it, and good for you. All righty then. Moving right along, this is more homework where you're going to, this is the printing and the writing part of your homework, where you're going to trace the letter E for the silent E code that we're learning today, and then you're going to write the 3 words that feature the silent E at the end. Now, this is for all 3 levels. However, for my levels 2 and 3, you're just going to do the same thing again, only you're going to do it in cursive writing, okay? Good job, good job, good job. All right. More homework. And in this case, we're going back to sandwiching the vowel, okay? And so what I want you to do is look at your SOS bookmark, and SOS stands for Sound Out Steps. But this is going to be a little bit different. The first step you're going to do is you're going to silence the E. And the way you silence the E is you just draw an X over the E. And then the second step, you're going to look for a twin sound. So you're going to underline the twin sounds. The third step, you're going to circle the vowels, any vowels in the word. What are the 5 vowels? A, E, I, O, U. That's right. And then you're going to sandwich the vowel. So there's 4 steps you're going to do before you sound out the word sandwich. So there's a couple on the screen here that we're going to do in class, but when you get your homework, there's a whole sheet of words on this particular part of your homework where you're going to sandwich the vowel using these 4 steps. All right. So step number 1, we're going to silence the E by drawing an X on it. What's step number 2? We're going to underline the partner sound. In this word, the BB is, not the partner, I'm sorry, the twin sounds. We're going to underline the twin sounds. Remember, twin sounds are 2 identical sounds that make 1 sound, okay? In this case, it's 2 identical letters, 2 of the same letters making 1 sound. And then the next step, we're going to circle I just blanked out there. We're going to circle the vowel, and then we're going to sandwich the vowel. Now remember, when you're sandwiching the vowel, you're looking for the sound on the left of the vowel and the sound on the right. And because this is a twin sound, it counts as 1 sound. And you're going to sound out that one particular word sandwich only, not any extra sounds. We're going to add the extra sounds to the word sandwich later. All right? So here we go. So the first sandwich is gob, gob. And then we have an extra sound, an extra layer, the letter L, ul. So we're going to add the ul to the sandwich gob, and it'll be gobble, gobble. Now, what does gobble mean? Have you ever been really, really hungry and you got something to eat and you gobbled it up? It's like to eat really greedily, to gobble something up. All right, gobble. This next word is a little tricky. It's a little different because it has 3 extra sounds. So we're going to learn how to add 1 sound at a time to the sandwich. But let's follow the steps. The very first step, you're going to silence the E by drawing an X on it. The second step, you're going to underline the partner sounds, right? I'm sorry, I keep calling it partners. I'm sorry. You're going to underline the twin sounds. Let me do that right here. The next step, you're going to circle the vowel, which is U in this word. And then the next step, you're going to sandwich the vowel. So let's just start with the sandwich in this word. So the vowel is U, The sound on the right is the sound on the left is g. Rug. Now, remember when we're building sandwiches, or we're sounding out, we're doing the sound out steps. We always start at the end of the word. So rug, hold that thought, hold that sandwich sound. Rug. We're going to add the L to it. Ruggle. And then we're going to add the next extra sound to ruggle. We're going to add the T. T plus ruggle is truggle. And then the next step, we're going to add the S. S plus struggle is struggle. All right. So I know there's a lot of steps, but I just want you to see, especially for those of you that are struggling a little bit. There's a method to the madness. If you do this sequentially, you'll be able to sound out anything. Excuse me. Then you'll be able to do it fast. Now, I wanted you to note something. When you're circling the vowel, you're not going to circle the E, the silent E, because we X it out. It's almost like you're pretending that it's invisible. It's not there. So even though the letter E is a vowel, but because it's at the end of the word, we're going to treat it as a silent E, a silent letter sound, and not a vowel. Okay? All right. So again, when you get your homework, there's going to be a whole sheet of words where you get to practice following these 4 steps and breaking down the sounds. Okay? Good job. All right, this is more homework, and this is where you get to play games. You're going to ask your mom or your dad or a reader teacher to make 2 copies of this page on really thick paper, and you're going to make flashcards. And when you cut out the flashcards, you're going to play, or you can play, I should say, either the memory game or Go Fish, or you can just use them as flashcards to help you with your spelling and sounding out, okay? So you're learning while you're having fun. Big ups. All right. More homework. And this is the part where you show your stuff. You show what you know. So you're going to practice sounding out all of these words in this words reading fluency practice. And again, for my my 1 students, I would recommend you do no more than 2 or 3 lines in one sitting or one class. But if you feel like this is really easy and you got this, go for it. Now, for all 3 levels, I want you to make sure that you take your time and you use each word in a sentence. And if you don't know what the word means, ask someone. Now, if there are any parents or reader teachers in the room, we want to make sure that the students stay engaged, right? They stay mentally locked into this exercise. So what I suggest that you do is you read a word, they read a word. You read a word, they read a word. Okay? So, and you get to decide who goes first, etc. Alrighty then. And on this particular page, there's 52 words. There's 52 words, especially for my level 1 students, that you're able to sound out and read by yourself. And for my levels 2 and 3, same applies for you. You are at this point reading smooth and cool, right? You're being very fluid, like water, and fluent. Okay? So, big ups to everybody. Good job, good job, good job. Now, there's a page 2, or part 2 to this exercise. And these words, again, you pick up where you left off, and you're just going to sound out the words. You're going to stay engaged, work with a partner, maybe your parent or a reader teacher, and you have them read a word, you read a word. You put a word in a sentence, they put a word in a sentence, etc. Okay? Again, some of these words might look a little bit challenging, kind of hard, but remember, there's no such thing as a word too hard to read for those that know the code, and you know the code. So use all the tools. Pick one of the tools, I should say, that we've learned together. You can make a word sandwich. You can write out the words. Listen for the sound types. Write the sound types, on a scratch sheet of paper. You can, or just take your time and sound out the words, and slide one sound into the next. Slide or blend one sound into the next. Whatever works for you to sound out these words, okay? And again, do not forget to use them in a sentence. 45 more words you're going to learn. All right, good job. All right, this is more homework. This is a word search, and this is more for my levels 2 and 3 students. But for my level 1 students, you can still sound out the words that are hidden in this puzzle, and you can work with your mom or your dad, okay, or a parent, or I should say a reader guardian or a reader teacher. You sound it out, and then they have to find the word. Again, to make it kind of fun and challenging, you can use a stopwatch and see, and you can time them and see how long it takes for these readers to find the words that you were able to sound out. Big ups. All right. Good job. Moving right along. All right, so this is more homework, and this is for all 3 levels. And what you're going to do is you're going to look at the picture, say what the picture is, and then you're going to find the correct word in the words list and write that number by the picture. Okay, so let's just kind of quickly go over the picture, the images. So this is an apple, and this is rinse. This is 12, and this is a buckle. This is a whistle, I believe, and this is a puddle. This is struggle. He's struggling to pick up this weight. And this is a pickle. And the girl here is blowing a bubble, and this is 12. Alrighty then. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I'm sorry, I said this picture wrong. This is not whistle. This is a kettle, like a tea kettle. Okay. Oopsie daisy. All right. More homework, and this is where you do the riddles. What am I? All right. So I'm going to have you're going to read the riddles, and then you're going to find the answer in the word circle. So for instance, number 1, I can pop and am fun to play with in a bathtub. What am I? I'm a bubble, right? So when you find the answer, you're going to write it on the line. Good job, good job, good job, good job, good job. Alrighty then, more homework for those of my budding artists, those of you who can draw really well, and for those of you that can't, do your best, right? Be very creative. You're going to draw 6 things. 6 things that are spelled with a silent E at the end. All right. And when you draw those 6 things, you're going to then write them on the lines just in case it's kind of hard to decipher, understand what your picture is. Okay. Good job. Good job. Good job. More homework. And this is the Word Race Olympics. And this is a 40-second activity. So you're going to put 40 seconds on the clock. And you're going to see how fast you can read through these 2 levels of words that end in the silent letter E. However, as a friend of mine say, however, if you make a mistake, you must start all the way back over to the very first word. And so the goal is to see if you can get through the 2 levels, level 1 and level 2 words. And these are the warm-up words. You can just practice with these words. Practice sounding out these words as fast as you can. All right? Good job. All right. More homework. You get to play bingo. So this is bingo featuring the silent E words. So what you need to play, you need at least 2 players. You need a caller, and then you need a player. Now, for the caller, once you call off a word, you need to use something to mark the word. So you can use pennies, or maybe you have bingo, you can use little chips, or like if you have some cereal or something, you use little chips. And so you can, and the reason you're doing this and not marking off the word, so you can play this game over and over and over. So here's the bingo, the caller's card, and then you have the player's cards. Okay, so you can play the game bingo. All right. This is a short class. All right. So now we're at the point of the class where you give Tutor Vanessa a thumbs up. Did you learn something new today? Or did you learn how to think about the letter E in a different kind of way? If so, hit that like button at the bottom of the screen here. And that lets me know that you think I'm doing a good job. It makes me feel good. And for my parents and reader teachers in the room who haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button. That way you'll stay in the loop whenever a new class becomes available, or a bonus class. But last, but certainly not least, please share. I need you guys to pick up your cell phones, send a text, and share. Let somebody know about these fun, these interesting, these classes that you're learning how to break down the sounds inside of words, okay? All right, so enough begging, okay? Help me out. Thank you. Appreciate it. All righty then. As we are wrapping up today's class, there's a couple of things I just want to go over before you go. Number one, remember that practice makes perfect, okay? So I want you to practice the silent E, no sound codes that you learned in today's class. And the reason being is that for children who know the letter sound codes, and who's that? That would be you. There's no such thing as a word too hard to read. So, boys and girls, with that being said, until the next class, take care of yourself. See you later.